Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and today we are celebrating Aidan, who is now 8 months today. Yes. Now he's a bit grumpy because he's due for his nap, as you can see, so I might have to whip away and put him down in a minute, but I just thought you could see how big he's getting and how much he's moving and how nothing stops him from moving. Hey, what's that? So he just does not stop moving. So in my last video when he was 7 months old, I noted the fact that he wasn't crawling yet. He was almost there, but still not crawling. He wasn't clapping his hands. He hadn't had any teeth. Right. Dad, do you want to go and have a nap? Oh, now he's gone to bed, I can actually speak to you guys properly. So in my last video, my 7th month baby update video, I mentioned the fact that Aidan wasn't crawling yet, he wasn't clapping yet, he hadn't had a tooth, and all of that has changed so rapidly. In fact, only a week after I made that video, it all changed and it all happened at once. So all of a sudden he started crawling and it happened just one night. He was just on all fours and before I knew it he was across the room, one hand in front of the other, and his legs followed him this time, which was really great to see. And then the following day he was clapping by himself. He did more of a fist clap. Good boy, clapping. Good boy. So that was really exciting. And then the day after that, up popped his first tooth. So we've had a bit of a grumpy baby on our hands, and I think that's been a combination of teething and the fact that his brain is developing at such a rate and it's taken on all this new information that he's just feeling very overwhelmed, probably tired, probably a little bit scared, and he's just voicing out his frustrations every opportunity he can, to be honest. So we've had a few really rough weeks actually with him. He's been quite a moody baby. So we've had to whip out the Bonjela, and we've also had to suddenly baby-proof the entire house because nothing is safe. Aidan! Aidan, we don't play with the lights. No, no. No. Because even though he's crawling, he has also learnt to pull himself up, and he learnt this really quick after learning to crawl. And what he finds is that he's able to go to whatever surface he wants to crawl up, and he will pull himself up to standing and grab whatever it is he wants to grab. The worst thing is that obviously we have a toddler and a lot of her toys are, you know, small little things. She loves things like Lego and she loves drawings, so there's pens and pen lids around sometimes. But these are all these little things that we are suddenly having to monitor and check and go around, and every nook and cranny. It will be the thing that we don't think he will see, he will see. The last couple of weeks have just wiped about 10 years off my life. It is, however, really fun because now that he has actually learnt to crawl, he's actually calmed down quite a lot, apart from the odd teething issues, and usually know when that's an issue because he'll start to chew and dribble a lot. But actually, I think he is now less frustrated because he is able to move, and if he sees something and he wants to go to it, he now knows he can, and I think that has made him a little bit happier. It hasn't made us happier, but it's definitely made him happier. This is all a huge learning curve for us because my daughter was a late crawler. She didn't crawl until she was about 10 months old, and by the time she was 10 months old, she was pretty good at understanding no and you know, when things are sort of dangerous and she shouldn't be doing something, to a certain degree. Obviously she's still only 10 months, but she was able to understand that if she did something and we didn't like it, we would tell her no and she would stop. 7.5-month-old doesn't get that concept at all. In fact, they all think it's one big game. So if you say no to a baby who's about to throw themselves down the stairs, they just think it's hilarious and they'll try to do it again. So it's a whole new dynamic in our household at the moment with a toddler and a moving baby, and we're having to learn really quickly, but it's fun. The weaning's going really well. He has no real favourites, so I think in my 6th-month update video he wasn't liking bananas, and I was devastated because bananas are just easy as pie and we always have bananas in the house, and now he loves bananas, thank goodness. So he's not a happy bunny unless he has his morning banana with his breakfast. And what I'm finding is that actually he is much more of a baby-led weaning kind of baby, so he loves just picking up food and popping them in his mouth, and if we go towards him with a puree on a spoon, he now gets a little bit grumpy. He doesn't really like it, gets very suspicious about what we're doing. The sleep is still fluctuating quite a lot. So although he is sleeping in a great big block, so he will go down from around 7:30 and will sleep usually until around 5. Around 5 he is now waking up, and I feed him then and he'll go back to sleep for another couple of hours, and we are struggling to break that cycle actually. And I'm not sure whether it's his reflux, because sometimes overnight the acid in his tummy builds up and therefore it can come out, and by 5 o'clock he might feel a little bit uncomfortable and therefore it's waking him up. It might be just that he's gotten to that point and he's now hungry, and we might need to up our food game during the day just to make sure his tummy's nice and full to last the whole night. But he'll suddenly sleep through the night, you know, from 7:30 till say 7, and there'll be no rhyme or reason, and we'll be wondering like, what's caused this all of a sudden? And we don't know, and then we'll try and replicate the whole thing the next time after, like down to which pajamas he's wearing, and he'll wake up at 5 again. So I'm not really sure what's happening, but at least he's giving us a rather long stint overnight, and at least he's going down again, so he's not up for the day at 5 o'clock. But again, in my next video it might be all different again. He is still on his reflux medication, so we are still giving him a tablet of omeprazole every day. Again, even though he is on the medication, we'll still find that he can be really refluxy, he can vomit up a lot, but we do notice that if we forget to give him the medication over a couple of days, we do notice a difference. So he will start vomiting a lot more, he'll be a lot more hiccupy, he'll be a lot more grumpy and grumbly. So we are keep going with the medication, and we'll probably aim for about 1 when he's 1 year old. At the time of doing this video, the country is still very much on lockdown, so we haven't been going to any baby classes at all, and we haven't even really been able to meet up with any friends that have babies, which is really unfortunate because I'm really desperate to see other babies and see how Aidan interacts with other babies. But hopefully by the time I do my next video, there should be a little bit more freedom in the country, and hopefully we'll start going out to baby classes and meeting other mums. But typically the moment the world reopens, I'm going to go going back to work, so hopefully before then I'll be able to have a little bit of time meeting up with new people. There you have it, just a very quick little video on how Aidan's doing because he's now 8 months old. Please hit the subscribe button to get all the latest updates on how we're doing and how Aidan is getting on growing up, and we'll see you next time. Bye.